Hey everyone, I hope everyone is doing absolutely fine, and today we are going to learn about types of directives in Angular 21. It's Angular 21, and today's topic is directives. Now, as we have already gone through the past topics, like previously we saw about output and input. But like these both are communication between your parent and child component. Okay, but today, now as here this output used to be at the rate output for from child to parent. It is used, output is used in child itself, like in this ts file you'll use output, and for input it's whenever a parent to child, but input is also used inside the ts file of child. So this was the previously what we have done. Today we will be exploring this part. Today we will be exploring about directives. And okay, just a minute. Cool. Today, we are going to learn about directives, components, structure directives, and attribute directives. There are few updates in this part, in this structure directives, and I'll tell you what it is. Before that, let's see what is directives. What is directives? Tips. Why we use it? Why we use it? When to use it? Use it. Okay. First thing here, directives, it helps to make changes in our elements of HTML templates. Let's say in our HTML template we have a line, we have a like heading, we have a heading where it says like hello. We want this to be displayed only if something is happened, like there is a condition, only then display this hello in the front end, else do not display this in your front end. That's the condition. Whenever we want such condition to implement, at that point of time we need to use directives. Let's say if we want this hello to the css of this hello should be yellow, and whenever something the mouse gets hover over here, it becomes red. Now the changes, the dynamically changing this thing is you done by using directives. Let's say we want this to be like, let's say we have a button here and we want this to be disabled until something is happened already. Then we need to use this directives. Means any changes, any behavior changes or whatever, let's say let it be your conditions or some changes related to the css or whatever it is, to make any changes in the front end, like to the elements of html elements, in the sense h1 button, then this all this sorts of thing, like an image, this all elements. If you want to make some changes over there, we need to use directives. Okay, so now let's dive into each part of it. They see this component directive is very simple, that whatever we have seen till now, those components are itself these directives. Wherever we use this component and we will say like this component will say this template url, template url, then this we'll have this link to that template, then see style url, then we will have this one. So all these are sorts of, then we have imports array as well here. Inside a component we already have gone through in this ts file we have these things, right? That's what directive is. That's what the component directive is. It's very simple. That one it is. Don't overthink about this thing. It's very simple. That whatever we have till worked on those TS file of any component, that's the component itself. Directives with the template, that's what it is. And the structural directives, this one is little interesting. So previously what it was happening here in previously, let me bring here let's say previously what was happening here was in before Angular 21 there were like ng if, ng for and ng switch. These were structural directives. Now these are deprecated. Deprecated means removed. Like that, these are no more used in Angular 21. Now, in place of this, we have at the rate if, at the rate for, and at the rate switch. So, if you are following any tutorial before, which is Angular 18 or before than that, they'll use this one. Okay, but if you are following Angular 21, you need to be following this one. This is Angular 21 before Angular 21. This stop. Okay. Okay. This all things. So this is the difference we need to memorize. Now you need to understand how these things are being used. It's very simple. It's like normal coding. What we have done till in your Java. If you are working in Java, then that's it. Like in Java, how things were working in Java. Let's say in Java, if we use a if condition condition if true, then the action, else action. So this is the condition. This is what you used in Java. Same thing, same thing, same thing. Let me copy this one, copy it and paste here. Same thing. When you use at the rate here and at the rate here, it is Angular 21. That's it. Let me highlight it properly. Here at the rate. Okay. So this is the difference. So that's why Angular 21 adapted this one, like to make things simpler. And same like there is a different little different in for loop. So for loop is like at the rate for like here in Java for int I something. This was a syntax 0 I less than or like and or whatever it is. This was the syntax, but here in our Angular, it's like for any item, like let's say we have a array like of items array, array we have like this. So items, like here in items, it's similar to Python. It's similar to Python. Like items means item will say item of items. Yeah, that's it. It's, and you have something like called track by item. That's what it is. Yeah. Here you have one thing called tracking. You'll track it. Now you can use it whenever you have an object. You can track by the ID of that user dot ID like that. You can track. But now we are using this each element. So we are going to track by that 0 1 like that. It will be tracking like this. So then Let me make it little clear. Subtract by item, and to print it, use interpolation item. That's it. So this is what our for loop is, and for each switch, at the rate switch, it's also very simple. You just need to have a like kind of role, or like role in the sense, let's say we have role can be admin or whatever it is. So at the rate case, if it's admin, then do the action. Action in the sense, you can call a selector of that, like app, the child selector, app dot child, and do like this. If the case, if the case is student, then what we can do, we can get a new web page or something like that using the selector app dot student. Like, isn't it? It's like easy. It's easy. Yeah, this is what it looks like. And now we can implement these things. We can implement these things practically in our VS Code. Let's go to, also we have one more thing that I'll tell you, like custom directives also we have. We'll see that in next video. Now we'll implement these things practically in our uh, this project, not project, sorry, example. Like in the code, we'll see how things are working. Let's go to our demo one. We have previously gone through this. While if you have not gone through, if you are new to, you are just specifying this one, you can just create and you can implement this. Similarly, you will get it. Let's say, let's first begin with the red if means we need to have some condition over here. Common module, import common module. And forms module. Okay, then what we're gonna do, we'll put a condition here. Let's give it a condition like value. Let me remove these things. Let it be. I'll do something like this. Let's say value boolean, keep it true. At the rate if value, if value is whatever it is, then do what we have, h1 tag hello Biswa. Else at the rate else error. Let's so this in our deployed ng serve. Let's run this one. And see, sometimes what happens, people don't save it and they run it. So before that, save it and then run it. So see, now it's showing because we have said it's true. That's why it's showing. Let's say, let's make it false. Just comment this part. Let's comment it. See, now it's showing error because that is false, because here it is false. If you make it true, hello Vishwa. So this is what this if and else works. And for what we can do, we can have an array here, uh, items. So we have strings. um, so we can, let's have this one. Okay, so now what we can do here is you will run a for loop here for if else. Like for loop. So at the rate for item of items, we have that track item, item, and p item. See, Vishwa and Vishal showing like that. So this is what for loop is, and now we'll go for let's go for switch. Here, switch, switch. Let's make it something like skip it admin role at the rate case is our if admin. You can use a selector here of child component, or else let's for now let keep it working. See, working switch, because we have the role uh, here we have a role as admin, and this is getting accepted here. It's going that, and working switch admin is showing. So on. So this is what was our structural directives. These were the structural directives. Now let's go into, now we'll see this one. But attribute directives are used for our like our styles, and whether you should display element or not in this part of the, like the how the elements should displayed, and how should it look like at that point of time. We use directly in inline things we put, like using property binding, direct property binding. We'll watch in our next video. With this plus our like our custom one, we can do that one. Thank you.